up? I'm Becca Scott.
And I'm Ify Nwadiwe.
And we want to show you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtle Team Up. This is a co-op up to 4-player game. You can play it solo if you want, if that's your thing. You get to play against the game itself and teach your friends magic. How good is that?
I think, we talked about before, one of the hardest things about teaching our friends magic is we're actively playing against them and we don't like to lose. And so sometimes, you know, that might scare people, intimidate people, especially like if they're like, you've been playing magic for so long, I don't want to like learn going against you. Well, guess what? Y'all can go against Shredder and his goons.
Yeah, that's right. All of the worst adversaries from all of the Turtle-verse, the Turtle universe are in this box. Let's go ahead and look at them and see what's inside.
Yeah, let's crack it open.
Unboxing.
Boom.
Ooh.
So yeah, of course, every Turtle team up should come with the guide that's gonna tell you what the components are, show you how to play.
And naturally, the components must include punch-outs of turtle shells, pizzas, and counters. We have the boss life total. And then we have 4 decks, and not essential to your gameplay, just for your fun, there's 4 play boosters and as well.
Yeah, the play boosters can be added to these decks as you play along. You can share them, or you can just try and build out these 60 card decks that you'll be using to face off against your enemies. So right now I got the red Raphael deck, which is gonna have Raphael Tag Team Tough. It has Menace, and whenever Raphael deals combat damage to a player for the first time each turn, untap all attacking creatures. After this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. And what's nasty about that in a fun way is since you're playing Turtle Team Up and you're teamed up together, that means you get to help your buddy also get a second attacking phase.
That's right. So the way that this game works is the game has a deck of bosses as well as their events and their enemies, and you're flipping those cards. Depending on the player count, you flip that many equal to players per enemy turn, and then on our turn we take simultaneous turns, and as you said, get to help each other out in combat.
Yeah, and I think what I really like about these cards too, just as a Turtle fan, is you get just all the different versions of Raph, because you know there's different iterations of the Ninja Turtles. You have the original Kevin Eastman comic, you have the more cartoony 80s cartoon, you have, you know, the newer one that came out, TMNT, recently, that has a different art style, the one that they had on the Nick shows, and I think that...
And then there's a brand new movie, right?
Yeah. So all of them will kind of nod to each and every one of them. See,
I'm just a casual. I saw a little of the 80s cartoon back in the day, but never read the comics. So I really am seeing a lot of this art style for the first time, and I love it. I think it's so much fun. I think that it's so vibrant and colorful. Well, let's dig in a little deeper to Raph and see what the synergies and what the play style is. So you were showing us those Raphs.
Yeah.
Who's Casey Jones?
Oh, Casey Jones is their buddy, ally who kind of helps them out. He wears a hockey mask, so he looks real scary, but he's a vigilante. He wants to clean up the streets without mutant powers, just the power of his humanity.
Oh, so here, let me give you half of these. Every deck, of course, has an artifact food that is a specific type of pizza. This one's spicy oatmeal, which seems edible. I would eat that compared to some of the other food that we'll get to.
Yeah, spicy oatmeal seems like it's a good time. I see a big like pepper right here, and I see that rat, the smoke coming out of its eyes, letting you know it's spicy.
It's so spicy, and that's why it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to you when it enters. Extremely spicy on the way in and the way out. It feels like there's a good amount of artifacts in this Raphael deck, which is a big theme throughout the whole set. There's a lot of is it cards, and if you're doing draft and stuff like that has artifact synergies. So we've got the Mouser Foundry. When this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 robot artifact creature token. So lots of sacrificing artifacts to deal damage, direct damage.
Yeah, but this is also very aggressive, which is exactly like Raph, the Ninja Turtle. So it's not just red because his bandana's red, but it actually, I feel like on the color pie, as a character, Raphael would be red. So that is
tracks.
Solid. It tracks, it's great, they crushed it.
Yeah, and one of my favorite cards I just want to show off, well, two of them. Skateboard, which is an equipment that gives something 1/0 in haste, equips for 1, and definitely not a turtle. When it dies, look at the top 6 cards, reveal a land or legendary turtle and put it in your hand. So sneaky in that trench coat.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the recurring theme that for some reason, this giant, turtle in the trench coat and hat, no one realizes it's a turtle. But also, I think the argument that most people use, and I kind of agree, is in New York, most people aren't paying enough attention. They'd just be like, all right, yeah,
Eyes straight ahead. Got
Get
it.
on my way.
Fair enough.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
You got that spicy oatmeal pizza. Get out of my face.
Spicy oatmeal's ready, so let's walk on over to Leonardo.
Yeah. Leonardo has the katanas, is essentially like the de facto leader, kind of leading his brothers to victory, leading the way. So you have Leonardo, worldly warrior. You have Leonardo, big brother, and Splinter, Leo, father and son. And yeah, we got some Splinter action in here too. So it seems like this is, and that works for white, right? A lot of leadership, a lot of leading a large board, and that makes
into battle, getting your board big, going wide, and then attacking.
Yeah, especially if you look at Leonardo Big Brother, has a sneak ability that only costs 1 planes, and it gets +1 for each other creature you control, which is pretty gnarly since you do it at declare blockers.
Ooh, sneak.
Yeah, so if you had a whole bunch of 1/1s that you got out and you just did 1 to test the waters, and they're like, okay, we're not gonna block it. Or if you attacked with a bunch of 1/1s and then they leave 1 through because they're like, oh, it's just a 1/1, psych, it's +1/+0 for each other creature. You have 5. Turns into a +5/+0.
Yeah, and sneak is a new mechanic with this set. It's very similar to ninjutsu, but is a little more limited in its timing because it can only happen during the declare blockers step, whereas ninjutsu can happen anytime whenever that creature's unblocked.
Yeah, so you just always know, and it kind of allows people, it's a sneak, but people know, like, okay, if I leave something unblocked, something can happen, which I do like because it adds a level of kind of like suspense in this set, because you're like, okay, do I want to leave that unblocked and attacking? Because sometimes, yeah, I just want to do a little damage.
Yeah, and notably these decks are pretty simple, which is why they're a great teaching tool, but there's little elements like this. You can get a little bit more strategic, or you can just let it swing in, cast it in the normal way and do, just play a little more straightforward magic.
Yeah.
But it's also introducing with Splinter and Leo a modal spell. So choose one or both, create a mutant creature token, or put a counter on each other creature target player controls. You're probably gonna wanna do both.
Yeah,
you're making choices when you cast your magic cards, and you're getting to see what that feels like.
Yeah, you
Pretty
get
sweet.
to see what it feels like to make choices.
Yeah. And Leonardo knows the weight of those choices as the leader. Okay, what's next?
I'm gonna crack open Donatello because Donatello is the tinkerer, likes to always building a gadget, always kind of doing some kind of weird science in his part of the sewer. So I know this is gonna be a lot of artifacts, creating them and seeing what happens.
Maybe we'll see some mutagen tokens.
Oh yeah, so you got Donatello, rad scientist, Donatello, way with machines, Donatello, turtle techie, Donnie and April, adorkable duo. Shout out to New Girl. And so you have, so with the rad scientists, when Donatello enters, tap up to 3 target creatures your opponent controls and put a stun counter. So immediately kind of going on defense, and I imagine it's like, I just threw a stun bomb at you. That's my Donatello
Perfect
impression.
Donatello.
Yeah. So if any casting directors for future Ninja Turtles are watching, just know I can do this voice. It was
I can do this voice
yeah.
too, but this is my April O'Neil.
Yeah. That's
Casting directors.
That's old April O'Neil. That's April O'Neil who's been around the way. Yeah.
Think about it.
Range.
So there's a lot of artifact synergy here. Whenever an artifact enters, put a counter on Donatello. Ooh, way with machines. That's a good card.
Yeah. And you got Donatello Turtle Techie. When Donatello enters, if you control an artifact, draw a card. Don't let it look. I know Blink hates to see an ability like that coming.
Okay, what else? Oh, there's another April human element. whenever a player casts an artifact, instance, or sorcery, create a mutagen. This is going to be really good in token decks. And there's more mutagen tokens with Ray Fillet, Man Ray. And just a lot of artifact synergies, affinity for artifact creatures. In fact, I made an artifact deck that I put this card in because who doesn't love affinity for artifacts?
That's
always not on that many
delicious.
cards.
And it's flying 3/3. You got 3 artifacts out. That's a 1-drop 3/3 ready to fly.
That's a good rate right there.
Shout out to Lenny Kravitz.
I think this is a little bit more defensive, as you were saying, with the tap abilities, and a little slower to get going.
Classic blue control, you know?
Yeah. This is more control-y for sure. And it's important, if you're not playing with all 4 decks, that you choose ones that match a little more. I feel like Raphael and Leonardo are the more aggressive.
Yeah, got it, yeah. And then we have, last but not least, the trickster, the jokester, the mighty muncher, Michelangelo. We have Michelangelo on the scene, Michelangelo Mutant BFF, Michelangelo Game Master, Mikey and Mona Mutant Sitters, and Mona Lisa Ever Adaptable, and Mona Lisa Science Geek. One of the beloved cards in the set is the Michelangelo on the scene because, enters with a +1/+1 counter for each land you control, and when it dies, it goes back to your hand. So just like instant recursion, and if it comes back, it's coming back bigger because you probably have more lands. It's just too nasty.
That is an excellent card. No wonder it's a mythic. Yeah, that's definitely a card. Wait, can I have?
Yeah. Swag too good.
Yeah.
Skis too clean.
Oh man, amazing. And notably, there's some dinosaurs in this deck.
Because, we're also kind of tying in some of the kind of dinosaur-sided TMNT lore and all the other mutants. So Zoo Escapees, which is when this creature leaves the battlefield, create a mutagen token, and it is the boar and rhino escaping, which go on to be Bebop.
I've seen some of those. We got
Rocksteady.
Bebop and Rocksteady in our boss deck, which we'll get to explaining in just a sec.
Yeah. It's like look the mutant chemicals they had right there. It's like, watch out, keep them away from your animals. They'll get too swagged out. You know?
And they'll know exactly what to do with their hair.
Yeah, exactly. So Bebop and Rocksteady, I was like, what if that's just who I become when I grow up,
Yeah. And of course, Green's doing what Green does best, which is ramp into big creatures.
Yeah, and it says the word Cowabunga. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a mutant, ninja, turtle, or land card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order.
Love it card. Simple, level 1 drop of anything.
Yeah, that's that ramp.
So let's look at the bosses and the events, and then let's just play a couple rounds and show people kind of how this plays so that they can pick it up and make all their friends who have not yet been converts into converts. So I was showing off some of the bosses. What's gonna happen is you're going to shuffle and grab 6 of these for a game. In level 1, you're fighting 1 of them. In level 2, you're fighting 2. In level 3, you're fighting 3. And then if you get through that, you won the game. And you can kind of speed run and test yourself by seeing how many turns it takes you to defeat all 6.
Yeah, I feel like for flavor, I can do this pairing.
Yeah.
So Bebop and Rocksteady can be together. Krang comes first. Krang.
Love Krang. I would love to just ride along in someone's belly and never have to, walk for myself. Kind of sounds nice.
Sounds like you're roasting your baby.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love.
Oh, wow.
I'd love to walk around with someone's baby. Just be kicking. Yeah. You cranged out. You krang maxing.
Wow. And it does control my every move.
Yeah.
Namely that I want to eat everything.
Yeah.
All right, then we've got Shredder, Foot Clan Overlord.
Ooh.
When a creature the boss's control dies, the heroes lose 1 life, which is pretty powerful.
Did you see any of the kind of old school live action Ninja Turtles movie?
I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
It's fine. One thing I can always tell you is that we watch a murder just happen. Because at the end, Shredder falls into a trash compactor, and Casey Jones walks up to it and goes, "Oops!" and he hits it, and it crushes him to death. You would think, but then there's a second one, and in that one he turns into Super Shredder. Which I'm like, at this
Also a very
point,
good card.
Valid crash out. A teenager tried to crush you in a trash compactor.
You can be mad about that.
Yeah.
So how it plays is when one of these is out, then it has a static effect that affects the whole game. And then based on the number of players, you will flip that many event cards each turn of the bosses.
Nice.
And so, you know, if the two of us are out, oh, I flip 2 foot disciples. These creatures can't block. They just attack whenever they can. And it just sort of auto plays like that. Should we play?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if they should give you money for using your Discord screen name for that card. Foot Disciple?
Foot Disciple? Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pay me for that. All right. Name of a boss. Let's see if I flip it.
All right, I'm gonna go with that rat guy. Oh no,
Leatherhead Sewer Gator. That's who we're playing first.
Okay, I want to try Michelangelo.
You got it. Here you are. I like Leonardo. I like a leader. All right. So our life total is going to be at 20, and the boss's life total is also at 20.
Let's see if we can just obliterate Leatherhead. So Leatherhead's ability, when this boss enters, the bosses gain 5 life for each boss in play. So it's 25 actually.
Yeah, starting at
Nasty.
25. I think we get to go first. That's what I'm ruling. All right, just like a normal game of Magic, we will draw 7 cards. Mulligan if we want to, as normal.
Look, we're just some heroes in a half shell.
Heroes in
power.
a half shell.
All right, I will keep.
I'm gonna keep as well. All right, so I'm gonna play a Plains.
And if I remember correctly, we do draw.
Oh, we do draw, you're so right.
I'm gonna play a forest, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Same, I'm passing. All right, now the enemies get a chance to go, and they're gonna go with these event cards right here. So we're gonna flip 2, and these stay in play until we do something about them. We've got a Foot Disciple and a Foot Disciple.
Luckily, they can't attack right now, so we're good.
All right, yeah, because summoning sickness. So draw for turn.
Another forest. I'm going to stop there. What you got?
I'm going to tap 2 for Hamato Nimpo, which deals 4 damage to... I got nothing.
You didn't see anything. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass as well.
All right.
All right, then we flip 2 new cards. A Foot Enforcer. This creature can't block. This creature can't be blocked by more than 1 creature, and it's a 6/3. Oh my. And a Foot Skirmisher, flying, and this creature can't block. It's a 2/1. Great, so now these Foot Disciples are going to attack us. You got anything?
Not at the moment.
I am going to cast Hamato Nimpo, which deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So this one's gonna die. Haha, take that, Foot Disciple. And then the other one is going to attack us for 3. We started at 20 life, so now we're at 17.
Ouch.
Our turn.
All right. Make you pay for that.
Yeah. Silly foot ninjas.
Tap 3. Play Definitely Not a Turtle.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, your fave.
Got a death trigger. I have EPF Point Squad. Not all humans fear the unknown. The Earth Protection Force specializes in teaching the unknown to fear them instead.
Nice.
This has Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature.
Nice.
So won't do much for a while, but it's gonna get bigger.
Yes.
All right, their turn. We untap and draw 2 new events. Chrome Dome's Overload. Each hero sacrifices a tapped creature they control.
Yes.
Nothing tapped. And another Foot Disciple.
All right.
So now these ones have been around, so they get to come in.
I will block this 6/3 and trade.
Nice. Well worth it. I am not going to block because my creature's gonna get bigger.
All right.
So I wanna hold out.
Okay.
So definitely not a turtle dies, and we take 5, going to from 17.
And now I get to look at the top 6 cards of my library, reveal a land or legendary turtle card from among them, and put it into my hand.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Michelangelo, Mutant BFF. Each creature I control with a counter on it can't be blocked by more than one creature. When I enter or attack, I create mutagen tokens. Love it. That goes into my hand. These get randomized. And go
Nice
to the bottom of my library. Yeah, exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. All right, now we take our turn, untap and draw.
Yes.
I have a plains, and that means I'm going to tap out to play East Wind Avatar, Bird Spirit Avatar with Flying and Vigilance. And whenever another creature enters, this creature gets 1/0 until end of turn. I'm going to put a counter on the EPF point squad.
Nice. I'm going to play my forest. I'm going to pay 4 and play Primordial Pachyderm. It has reach and trample, and when this creature enters, I gain 2 life. So we get 2 life.
Woohoo! From 12 to 14. This should go away. It's our combat phase. I think that I could attack with a 3/3. I mean, there is a 2/1 I could block. No, but it's got flying.
Yeah, which I'll take care of.
Okay, so I'm just going to attack for 3 and bring them down to 22.
All right.
In their turn, they untap, draw 2, Foot Enforcer, and an event. Do you want to read it?
Yes, Shredder's Challenge. Return 2 ninja cards at random from the boss's graveyard to the battlefield under the boss's team's control.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, they get a Foot Enforcer and a Foot Disciple back.
Yes, that's nasty.
Yeah, painful. All right, but they just entered this turn, so they don't get to attack. Just these 3 are attacking, a 3/3, a 2/1 flying, and a 3/3 again. I think I'll block the 3/3.
All right.
You're gonna block the flyer? Mm-hmm. Wait, I should block the 2/1 and you should block the 3/3.
Oh, does it have flying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, then yes. That's
okay,
what we do.
Let's do this better.
Yes, you're so right.
Okay.
I'm blocking the 3/3.
I'm blocking the 2/1 flyer because I have flying.
And they're dead.
They're dead. All right. 3 gets through. We go to 11. And now it's our turn.
Okay. Gonna play my land. So I think I'm going to tenderize one of the Foot Enforcers.
Ooh.
Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. So this guy's ew.
Yeah. Sniff it.
Sniff it down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm supporting that.
Great, thank you. I'm going to play a creature. This is a Triceraton Regenta. Vigilance, so attacking doesn't cause it to tap. And whenever this creature attacks, untap up to 1 other target creature. But more importantly, for right now, the EPF point squad gets another +1/+1 counter.
Ooh.
And the East Wind Avatar gets +1/+0 till end of turn. So I'm going to move to combat if you're ready.
I'll move to combat.
Okay, I'm attacking with the EPF point squad, which is a 4/3, and the East Wind Avatar, which is a 3/4.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 7 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, bringing them down to 15.
Nice. And then I'm not gonna attack. So
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a blocker open.
Okay, on to their turn. Event. The heroes lose 3 life and the bosses gain 3 life.
Okay.
Oh, dang. We're down to 8.
Okay.
They're up to 18.
No bueno.
And a new Foot Skirmisher. So then they attack with 2 Foot Disciples and 1 Foot Enforcer. And I think you had a blocking plan, did you not?
Not really. I'm going to block the Foot Enforcer with the 4/4.
You're gonna let it die?
Yes.
Bold, he must have a plan. Okay, so the Foot Enforcer and the Primordial Pachyderm die, but not before I declare this East Wind Avatar is blocking one of these Foot Disciples. I don't kill it, but I do prevent that damage.
Okay.
And then 3 of their damage gets through. We got a 5. Uh-oh, I should probably play more defensively.
No.
This is going,
I believe in us.
it's rough.
Draw for turn.
I gotta start being a little more defensive, and I'm going to Tap 2 to play Grounded for Life. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature, and I'll destroy target creature.
Nice.
Let's see, that's a 2/1. Yeah, I'll get rid of this 3/3.
All right, I'm gonna play Ragamuffin Raptor. When this creature enters, return up to 1 target creature or food card from your graveyard to your hand.
Aha!
The Pachyderm's back.
Okay, nice. And I'm going to move to combat.
All right.
And I'm going to attack with everything. The Triceraton Regenta has Vigilance, and when this creature attacks, untap to up to 1 target creature. So I will untap my one that doesn't have Vigilance. So they're all attacking with Vigilance. 8 damage. They go down to 10. All right.
All right.
And importantly, they're up to be blockers.
Yes.
Enemy turn. Okay, do you want to read that event?
As a team, the heroes choose a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. Destroy it. The bosses lose life equal to that creature's power.
Oh no. Okay, so the highest power is where both of our creatures are tied, so
I'll
we can
give
choose.
up Ragamuffin.
Are you sure? You've
because
given up
yours
a lot.
can grow.
That's
That's
true.
fine. And the Ragamuffin's did its job.
All right. Well, then the boss is down to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty awesome. All right, now they've got another Foot Disciple, and these 2 are coming to attack.
All right.
I can block very profitably. I'll block the flyer with my flyer, and then I will remember what I left this mana available for. Hamato Nimpo. It will deal 4 damage to this attacking ninja.
Nice. So we still have 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, our turn.
Yes. We're back. All right. Play 4 for the Primordial Pachyderm, which is going to give us 2 life. We're back up to 7.
Nice. All right. Well, I also am a fan of gaining life, so I'll tap 1 for the Quintessential Katana. I can pay 2 to equip it to a creature, and the equipped creature gets 1/1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage, untap it and you gain 2 life. Probably makes sense to put on a flyer.
Ooh.
Now everything's going to attack. The Triceraton Regenta is going to untap the EPF point squad, and I think we got Leatherhead back in the sewer.
Yeah, get yourself back in the sewer.
Yeah, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're dead.
You're dead.
So now what we would do is discard Leatherhead, draw 2 more boss cards, and they'll go up to 20 life again. And we'll keep doing that until we've defeated 6 bosses.
But
And then we get to be the best turtles.
much like those cartoons used to do to us on those Saturday mornings, we're leaving this with a cliffhanger because we're going to wrap it up here.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Turtle power.
We won't be back. It's the end of the video.
Yeah. So thanks for watching. This has been Turtle Team Up. We unboxed it. We demoed the game itself. And if you're looking to get your hands on this, hit up your local game store. They have it. It's good. It's fun. It's a great way to get your friends involved. It's a great way to get your hands on a bunch of cards from the new set all at once. And it's a fun new game mode. There's so many different things you can do with a box, so get your hands on it.
And if you, like me, love to play competitively, you can just pass out the decks and do a free-for-all. There's also that. But there's so many things you can do with this box. And mostly get more people hooked on Magic.
Yeah. Guess we should upgrade these decks with some cards from the pack, right?
You don't have to tell me twice to open some packs. Let's
All right.
go.
Yeah. Strap that open. Yeah, look at that. Okay,
What you got? What you got?
Yeah, this will be good for you. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I could see it in your eyes.
Kevin Eastman did this art.
Yes. But April also does look like Lionel Richie. But rad. And you see the turtles in the back, Path to Exile. Oh,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
And then on top
what
of
a great
that,
pull.
Turtles Forever. Search your library and or outside the game for exactly 4 legendary creature cards you own with different names, then reveal those cards. An opponent chooses 2 of them. Put the chosen cards into your hand and shuffle the rest into your library.
Outside the game is crazy town text.
And see, and this is what I was talking about. See, so you have the Kevin Eastman art here, the classic 80s. This one is literally from the live action movie.
Oh yeah,
and
you
then
can see
this is
his
the new
teeth.
one. Yeah, they love the teeth in that one.